I share a lot of things online in the form of videos, blog posts. I also have a podcast. But one thing that I really do quite a lot is writing blogs, writing notes, writing some articles or some tutorials where I also share from time to time code snippets. For example, on my Ravi Sagar channel, I have quite a lot of videos on Script Runner for Jira, which is a very popular app for doing automation. And when you are using Script Runner for Jira, you have to use Groovy. And I, of course, share the code which is on GitHub. But sometimes I also share things on, or I should say, code snippets on my blog, ravisagar.in. Now, for sharing code snippets, it is always good to share that code snippet with proper syntax highlighting. And for that, I have been using this Drupal module called GeSHI filter for syntax highlighting. I hope I am pronouncing the name correctly. But this is amazing module. I love this module. I think when it comes to Drupal modules, it is one of my favorite modules because it works wonderfully well. And today I want to show you quickly how you can configure it. Although there is not much configuration required, but I think there are a few things that you need to be aware of. So you can install GeSHI module on Drupal 8 using Composer. So I'll not talk about the installation part. I hope you can figure it out yourself. But of course, whenever it comes to installation, you should always refer to the page, the module page, or the README file. To install this module, after you have installed this module, you can take a look at the extend page where you have the list of all the modules. So just make sure that the module is enabled, and I'll show you the configurations in a minute. So you need to basically enable the module, and once you enable the module, we can then configure it. So let us take a look at the configuration. So I'll open the configuration page and we'll enable it for a specific filter, text input filter. So you can find the GeSHI filter under the content authoring. If you go to this particular section here, so the configurations are not a lot. You just need to define the container style. So this container style is basically useful because let us say you are adding a code snippet which is using Bash or maybe Java or maybe Groovy, for example, or C++. So you can simply use these tags where you can write the language name. And you can also do a few other configurations, like if you want to display the line numbers, you can enable it. I keep it enabled. And I don't really change the settings, although you can play with it, but usually I don't really care too much about these configurations. One thing that I really care about is what languages I want to enable. Now, I have enabled languages like Bash, C, C++, CSS, Groovy, HTML, Java, JavaScript, MySQL, PHP, and so on. So you can basically enable these languages. And you can, of course, take a look at the languages that you have. But once you enable them, you can basically also use your own tag. So for example, if I personally share a lot of Linux commands, and for that I use this tag called bash. And if I'm sharing something in C++ or CSS or Groovy or Java, so instead of using code, so I'll show you in a minute how to insert a code, but you have to basically simply use this tag and insert your code, and that is it. That is all you need. And for adding a code snippet, if I show you one of my latest posts on the website, so if you look at this particular code, this is Groovy code, and when you have to insert some code, you just need to include the language. So if you have enabled a tag for that, you can simply write the language name and make sure the tag is open, and you close the tag, and that is it. So this is actually quite simple and easy thing to do. One thing that you also might need to do is you need to basically also enable the GeSHI filter in your text filter. So I'm right now using this filter, this text input filter called full HTML D8, where you can take a look at some instructions. Like if you want to basically use, you can use code or block code, but for some of the languages I have enabled these tags like Groovy and so on. Now let us also take a look at the configuration of input filters, and it is not really difficult. You just need to enable the GeSHI filter, and that is all you need to do. So if you go to the text format, for example, if I'm looking at if I want to enable this GeSHI filter for full HTML D8, I can click on configure for that particular, of course, filter, and you need to basically make sure that the GeSHI filter is enabled for this particular text filter. So you just need to check it, and that is it. That is all you need to do. And once you do that, you will have your code snippets displayed nicely using a proper syntax highlighting that you can of course share online with everyone, and it looks quite good in my opinion. I don't really care too much about the look and feel, because I think this looks fine to me. If I want, I can always customize it further, maybe if I want to change the background, but I'm quite happy with that. And these line numbers are also looking quite nice. I mean, I prefer line numbers. There is also one more option to display line numbers every 5 lines, but I prefer that. But you get the idea. I think you can always configure it if you have to. So this is all I wanted to share in this video. If you are new to my channel, I have been creating quite a lot of videos on Drupal, and Drupal is something that I use quite a lot. I have been using Drupal for 13 years now, a bit more than that. And my plan is to also create, more tutorials doing these simple things, but really useful things in Drupal. Let us see how it goes. If I get good feedback, I might create proper tutorials, but for the time being, I'm just creating these videos to share these simple things that will help you in managing Drupal site. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.